Okay, now in order to animate your characters, we're going to have to learn the program Face Poser. Don't let the name fool you either, it does bodies too. So let's go ahead and start that. And while that's loading, I want to go ahead and show the animation we're going to be learning from the video. We're going to start off easy, don't worry.
So is it yours?
Oi! Did you catch that? All we're going to be doing is animating that robot thing in the background saying his one line. We're not going to focus on the dwarf right now because he's, short. Now, the people at Noesis made it pretty clear that I shouldn't call that guy a robot. He's actually supposed to be called a turbo chi. I didn't ask why, and it's probably best if you don't either. Okay, back to Face Poser. Now, if this is your first time running this, it probably doesn't look like my screen. You probably have windows all over the place, like this. Yeah, see, look at that. It's a mess. Now, some of these we'll use later, but others you may not need, like expressions. I have a bone to pick with expressions. I'll talk about that later. Close it for now, along with the rest of these windows. We only want 3 windows open right now. 3D View, Animations, and Choreography. Choreography you should give plenty of space. It's going to be your timeline for everything you do here. So unlike me, if you have a nice big monitor, go ahead and give it a bunch of space. Now, let's start making our scene. Go up to the top and press on the Choreography menu. Click on New. And here we want to pay attention to the directory structure. For a normal Steam installation, it's C drive, Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps, your Steam username. Okay, now I'm working in Half-Life 2 Episode 1. This folder is going to be whatever game you're going to be working in. So Half-Life 2 is just going to say Half-Life 2. Below that it says Episodic. For Half-Life 2 Regular, it's just HL2. You can usually figure it out depending on what game you're running. And finally below that is Scenes. You'll probably have to create this folder on your own, but it needs to be there because this is where the game will look for all your scene files when you try and run them back inside the game. Okay, once you're saving to the right directory, go ahead and give it a name. I'm going to name it something original like Face Poser 1. And your next prompt is Create Actor. Now I don't want to incur the wrath of Noesis, so I'm going to go ahead and name this that Turbo Chi name I talked about. Now what that's done is create an entry in the choreography window which will sync up with an entity that has that same name in Hammer. We'll come back to that later. Now the next thing we're going to do is create a channel. This is kind of like a folder for the actor to keep things organized. So we're going to go ahead and right click on the actor name, go to New, and then click on Channel. I'm going to go ahead and call this audio because your actors never really shut up and will come to haunt you with their voices. Now once that's done, go right back to that general area and right click on it again. We're going to go ahead and create another channel just to stay organized. I'll call this one Animation because that's the whole point of this exercise. Alright, now we have our choreography set up, but we need to see what's happening. Right now we're like a blind man in a dark room at midnight looking for a black cat that isn't there.